Hey everyone, it's Liz, and I am back to do another political reading. I received an email from a subscriber, and they wanted to know about basically what's going to happen between now and the inauguration on the 20th. I, first of all, the feeling I get is that this violence is continuing to be growing, and I don't think this is the end. I was looking just at the day, numerically speaking. The inauguration day is 1/20/2021. This adds up to the number 8. Okay, 8 is a number of karma. Okay, it literally is a powerful, powerful number of power and money. And in general, I did take notes, as I always do. With the karma, it's karma, it's responsibility. The number 8. Okay, this is that this truth will be most evident under an 8 vibration. So on that day, there will be things that happen that will be very evident to us that are truthful and honest. We will see the actions of people that we can finally see them for what they are, perhaps on that day. Biden and Harris being inaugurated, could be a very interesting, and if not frightening, day if they're not protected, which is kind of what I'm seeing with the cards that I pulled. In fact, I'm using once again my Sibylla Della Zingara deck. And so, but as I look at the rest of this vibration, it says that you will receive exactly what you deserve during this karmic period. Time to receive payment and pay debt. So for those people that have, done good deeds, for example, on this day, for example, Biden has done good deeds, and so he's being rewarded in so many ways for his good deeds. So if you've sown wisely, you can expect recognition, rewards. It's time to build a solid foundation and face the reality, the practical reality, which is what this number is also about on this day. That there are people that may be forced, not necessarily forced, but the truth is what they need to recognize. And on this day, for a lot of people, because it is an 8 for everybody, it's a very karmic day. I believe that there will be recognition for Biden and Harris, and that they do both want to build a solid foundation and live in reality. So that's the vibration there of the number. And so as I pulled some cards, as I do, I was using my deck here to ask about what's going to happen between now and the inauguration. So the first card I pulled was the recent past. In fact, let me turn my light on and see if that helps a little bit. Okay, sorry about this lighting, guys. I'm going to probably move my desk away from the light, but I need help with that. So anyway, the first card showing up for the past, we have the card of the widower. And this is it's a card of loss and suffering. It's a very sad vibration. When I look at the widower, I think of someone that's suffering a great loss, someone who is feeling that they've lost friends. It's kind of a vibration of feeling sorry for yourself, and yes, I took some notes. Let me just, hold on, guys. Did I write anything about, no, because the widower to me, he's mourning a loss for sure. And this is, he's regretting what's happened to him. There's a lot of regret there, needing to accept. That's the thing here, is that not just Trump, but the MAGAs, the Trump supporters, people in the House and Senate that need to accept that Biden is the president now. He will be our next president. Now, it's interesting because what clarified the card was that of the thief, and it's reversed. And when the thief appears, a reverse especially, the deed is done. It's already happened. We already had what happened, on 1/6/2021. That date will be remembered forever, just like 9/11. It's been done. The deed is done. That's the thief card reversed. It also has some other negative connotations to it, again, regarding the recent past. To me, it's again, like I had said, the worst at this point, the worst is over, regarding the past situation. But there is, again, the damage is done. And I kind of still feel that there are documents or there's misleading, especially the misleading information coming from, again, Fox News, right? They either refuse, they're not even showing the inauguration, and when they do, they're not talking about it in a way that makes any concrete sense whatsoever. They're just refusing to put any blame on Trump. They're just absolutely refusing. They're blaming the Democrats, for God's sakes. It doesn't make any sense to me that this was so evident to us, to everyone, what we saw on January 6, 2021. We saw MAGAs and the militia and people storming the Capitol to literally hurt and kill and hang Mike Pence and all of the people there, all of everyone. They were after everyone. And what they did, the destruction was, for me, I like I said, you saw me when I posted my video the other day. I was so distraught. And so moving into this vibration of, like I said, with the thief card, this misplaced confidence is what I get with that. And that is something that is still very much, I believe, very present right now, because as I look at where we are right now, or where this situation is right now, we've got the reunion card, which is reversed, which is, there's no reunion, there's no reconciliation here. That's where we are right now, as far as Trump is concerned, as far as, I believe that even if there are some Republicans who are trying to stand by him, they will suffer the consequences of their actions. I mean, I will do a reading on Ted Cruz, and I believe the other senators is I think John or Josh Hawley, Steve Scalise. There's a bunch of them that are going to, I believe, Kevin McCarthy. They're going to suffer the consequences of their actions. There will be eventually, I believe, from the bottom of my soul, and I'll do a reading on it, that Ted Cruz could lose his political career. So could, all of them. A lot of them could. Because this card here, again, reunion reversed, is not a good, it's literally, it's a card of people walking away. That's, people are separating themselves from Trump. And so then you've got, the vibration of haughtiness here, which is lack of humility. It is pride. It is ego. And I believe that right now we've got a lot of people that still believe, especially Trump and his lemmings, that, no matter what, he's going to have his base. And I don't see it that way, because in his immediate future, you have, in the immediate future coming between now and, like I said, Inauguration Day, we've got the card of the gift. But the gift is reversed, which is loss. Loss of money, loss of power. Okay, the gift is taken away. Okay? It's kind of, to me, I see that there's been this loss of, I don't know, I just, like, again, it's whatever power he thinks he has, it's being taken away from him. Whatever power, again, in the immediate future, I do believe, again, I just want to quickly look at my book. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just going to see what I'm missing out here with the gift card reverse, because we also have the soldier. And to me, sorry for the coughing, guys. Again, my asthma has been horrible. But with the soldier is literally, this is a card of military, and this is protection. I got this card last time, if you recall, when I did the reading on the 6th. And we didn't have enough people. We didn't have what we had, the Capitol Police, and we had the National Guard way across town. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was like, when I thought about it again with the Black Lives Matters protest, it's completely different. And I couldn't understand it, except the racism is just so blatant here, and so the soldier card comes into the immediate future. So I want to look up the gift quickly here, just to, again, clarify what I was seeing. I want to make sure I'm seeing it the right way. Hold on, guys. I just want to make sure. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Yep. So it's an inheritance lost. He lost his presidency, and there are going to be, again, not just Trump losing, but he's being impeached twice, and it's going to get to a point where I believe, he is seen as a failed businessman, and there are people that are going to throw him under the bus. And I mean, the card is, especially because the thief card is in this reading. It did show up in the past. It can indicate that there's a theft or blackmail. So there seems to me, with what I'm seeing here, um, Trump has some financial problems. I believe that there's going to be some issues that come up regarding money or not having money. Not sure what that's about either. But I also feel as though there have been people that are being blackmailed. There are some Republicans that are probably, their lives could be threatened, or they're being blackmailed to not, to continue to support Trump, or to continue, because with the soldier card, I feel like, again, with soldier, I want to tell you what I'm seeing: military, officer, justice, honor, investigation. So there is, in the immediate future, this impeachment, and there's going to be an investigation. And I truly believe, whether it's, like I said, between now and the inauguration time, we will hear about investigations into not just Donald J. Trump, but Rudy Giuliani, anybody else, including those senators that came back after the insurrection and still they were trying to overturn this election. Blows my mind. So as we move into the environment, this is actually Trump's state of mind right now, and he sees himself, actually, it's the merchant reversed, which is the failed businessman. I think he's recognizing that people are pulling away from him every day. I mean, I think Liz Cheney speaking up and the four other senators speaking up and saying we want him gone made a huge difference, because he is seen now as a failure. And it's interesting because, clarifying the card, you have this, hold on, guys. You have the old woman reversed. And the old woman, if you take a look at her, the old woman reversed, can be health issues, by the way. But also, hold on a minute. I took some notes on her reversed. The old woman, let's see here. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about holding it up so close. I know that I wrote something down about her. Maybe I didn't. I mean, to me, she shows up as someone who's going to throw you under the bus. She's not reliable. She's not, again, Trump sees himself as a failed businessman. And with the old woman reversed, this is someone who's probably not to be trusted. They're either giving you misinformation or deliberately misleading you. They're not to be trusted. That's the old woman reversed. That's how I see her. Okay. Now that's how Trump is seeing himself. I think he's trying to figure out, like, who can I trust? Where can I get my financial assistance? Will my son-in-law, Jared, help me out? I mean, he's got that shell company. So there are all these things going around him, like, will I survive this? So he is panicked, whether he's showing it or not. To us, he is panicked. So moving into, let's see here. Let's see here. This would be the influences, the outside influences in the next, between now and the inauguration. We've got the card of, which is interesting to me. You've got the conversation card. So it's an exchange of ideas, exchanges of information. So to me, it feels like in the next few days between now and the inauguration, Democrats and Republicans are having conversations, and they're talking about what they need to do, right? What's the next step? Who, besides Trump? And then you've got, what's interesting was the letter, and the letter was reversed. And so it's almost like in the environment, you've got people talking, you've got people exchanging ideas, but with the letter reversed, hold on, guys, it's more about not getting what you want, not getting your message across. In fact, give me a second here. I may have taken some notes. Yeah. When the letter shows up reversed, And by the way, yeah, it's an invitation that's not extended. So I kind of feel like he's being pushed out of the party. They're not inviting him to stay. I believe that he will be impeached. I believe that in the next week and a half, 7 days ahead, there will be an impeachment, and I believe that there will be no invitation for him to ever run again. I feel like they want him gone. And even those Republicans that are saying, they don't want to impeach him and let's just move on, it's not going to happen because you've got hopes and fears are, the way I see it, it's like the guidance and advice from the reading from Spirit. You've got the card of the room, and the room is all about confidential conversations, confidential talks, right? So I feel like the advice from Spirit, and you've got the card of prison, which is anxiety, it's regret, it's guilt. So, I mean, you have got dealing in the future. The advice from Spirit is you need to sit down and be realistic about what's happening to our country, to our democracy. And you're going to have to, with this card of the room, we need to bring back tranquility and order into our country, into the White House, into the Capitol. And the only way to do that, unfortunately for Trump and for all those people that supported him, all of those politicians that supported him, there will be consequences. My concern is the outcome here, because we have this card of cheerfulness, but it's reversed. And it's a very negative card of disloyalty. And I do believe that there will be, because of this card of disloyalty, I still believe, take a look, disloyalty is a card. In fact, I may have written something about, let's see here. I mean, he's not getting the support he wants. By the way, I just wanted to refresh your memory about the old woman. I did write down that, that someone who he felt he could trust is no longer being sincere. They're making empty promises. So Trump is being sold up the river here. Whoever he's still dealing with, they're going to throw him under the bus. If you've noticed, like Kevin McCarthy is saying this was wrong. I mean, I don't know what will happen to him in the end. I don't think the outcome for his future doesn't look very good. In my feeling is that it doesn't look good for him. But with the cheerfulness card reversed, there's disloyalty. There's a very unhappy vibration. And then clarifying the card, I had the card of falseness. And it's again, it's with the cheerfulness card reverse, Trump and his party are seen as failures. They're seen as, they betrayed our country. And so that's what falseness is. Someone who will deliberately promise perhaps Trump, and the people that have been supporting him. I'm getting Fox News and these other outlets. A lot of these people are going to suffer consequences, maybe not right away, but there will be consequences suffered. My concern is that, people are going to meet, they will impeach, they will remove this man. I believe he will be removed. I believe there could be talk of a conviction, because I see the prison card, and it's the advice from Spirit, which is he should be convicted. But I also feel like the disloyalty that Trump is feeling also shows up with that mob mentality of, in my opinion, we're going to have to be worried about Inauguration Day, because in my mind, there are people who are disloyal to America who stormed the Capitol. They're going to try to storm the inauguration, and we're going to need our soldiers. We're going to need our military. We're going to need everybody. We're going to need the National Guard. We're going to need protection. And I'm hoping in some way that they find a way to do this inauguration a different way, so that Biden and Harris and everybody can be safe. Because at the end of the day, between now and the inauguration, it's not going to get prettier. It's going to get uglier. And there are a lot of people here that have lost faith in him. There are people here that have also, their reputation is being challenged. And people are, Trump and his lemmings are all receiving the worst advice. I see people, I see Congress, I see Senator, I see them all talking, exchanging ideas, and deciding, that we cannot hold on. We have to impeach, we have to remove, we have to convict. And so that's the way I'm seeing this. But my concern is, again, the disloyalty. I do feel like there's disloyalty, whether it's coming from the police or not necessarily the military, but it could be that there are certain things that are happening that could literally put Biden and Harris and everyone else on that day in some type of danger unless they are put in a place where they're protected, completely protected. Because honestly, I this isn't over. You know, psychically, I don't feel this is over. And I think most of us know here watching me, watching my friend Denise Siegel, we know, you know, these people aren't just going to go away quietly, but there will be consequences, and Trump will suffer the consequences. I believe Giuliani will. Anyone that incited it. I keep hearing the 14th Amendment should be used. I don't know if they will. But I also see that people like Ted Cruz and Hawley and Scalise and these other senators, there will be consequences to their actions as well. I don't know if they'll ever admit that they lied. I don't know if that will ever happen, but I believe they may be threatened with 20 years in prison at some point. So I'm going to stop this here. Please let me know what you think of this reading. I'd love your feedback. I want to know what your questions are. If you want to ask me anything, again, it's best to email me if you've got questions, but you can post your questions right here on my channel. If you want to book a reading, I've got openings available. And I am offering a New Year's special. If you're interested, let me know. I will post all my information below. Please stay safe, wear your masks, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.